All right. So I believe I'm live. I have people joining me already and मज़ा आ रहा है यहाँ पे लोगों को देखते हुए. I see the number rising up and up. 9 लोग हैं, अभी 16 लोग हैं, and I think the only person who's created this magic is gonna be joining me. सबसे पहले जितने भी लोग यहाँ पे हाय बोल रहे हैं, पिकाचू हाय, मिस्टर मनी हाय, शाइन्स फोटोग्राफी says हाय, हाय मनी, हाय फर्जे, विशाल माय ब्रदर हैज जॉइंड. कैसा है भाई? कियारा हाय, हाय फर्जे. So all you guys over here, you're waiting for Tamannaah and she's gonna be joining me right away. I've got the request. 3, 2, 2, 1, 1, 0, 0. Tamannaah, 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 Tamannaah.
हेलो
Precious, how are you? Thank
बस
you so
आपने
much.
तो लॉकडाउन की याद दिला दी.
अरे लॉकडाउन मतलब ताकि लगे या नहीं रहे, दिस इज बेसिकली आई एम बेसिकली इसको मेन स्ट्रीम बना रहा हूँ कि लॉकडाउन रहे या ना रहे, ये इंस्टाग्राम पे ये चीज चलता रहना चाहिए. बिकॉज यू नो
आई नो.
टुडेज टाइम पीपल आर सो बिजी, दे आर इन डिफरेंट सिटीज एक्सेट्रा, काम नहीं रुकना चाहिए. सो आई
करेक्ट.
थिंक दिस इज अ ग्रेट वे ऑफ कनेक्टिंग. But thank you so
या
much, first of all, for joining me over here on episode 5 of Sunny Side Up. एक छोटा सा पोएम है आपके लिए. आई एम श्योर ऑल योर फैंस एग्री ओवर हियर. 2 लाइन का ये मेरा ही खुद का है. आप हो लाखों दिलों की धड़कन, आप यहाँ पे हो लाखों दिलों की धड़कन. आई एम श्योर आपको देख के कितने लोग कहते होंगे कि आप हो हमारी जान, आप हो हमारी जान, आप हो हमारी जान. हमारा दिन सुन पड़ जाता होगा, हमारा दिमाग सुन पड़ जाता होगा बिकॉज ऑफ द काइंड ऑफ मैजिक दैट यू क्रिएटेड. देखो मैं तो पोएम ऑल्सो एक्सेट्रा मैं कुछ भी बोलता रहता हूँ, बट this is the kind
थैंक
of
यू.
madness that I've received when I've got the messages from your end. I'm doing this live with Tamannaah.
थैंक
I
यू.
see so many good messages. सबसे पहले मुझे बताइए, I want to know about the madness of Kaavaalaa song because I think it's everywhere. सिर्फ इंसान नहीं, जंगल पे I think all the tigers, elephants, all they are also dancing. मैंने ये सुना है. I mean ये सच का कहानी है क्या?
या आई थिंक यही है सॉन्ग और डांस का पावर, शायद यही होता है. आई थिंक all my audiences who are who are my Tamil audiences, uh, they lapped it up, and then
Yeah.
slowly everybody else has lapped it up. I think Rajni sir's fans also have been a huge support because I think the kind of fan following he has is just unprecedented. Like there's nobody who
Yeah.
has like this kind of, and also the kind of like the legacy that he has. So it's just very special कि उनकी फिल्म में ये गाने के साथ ऐसा रिस्पॉन्स मिल रहा है. It's very special for me. It's a dream come true.
It's not just about the song and the vibe of the song, it's also the steps. मैं देखा हूँ, I've seen you sharing all the lovely stories that people are putting.
Yeah.
The steps are also a huge craze. It's not just the song, I mean, I see uncles से लेके everyone,
Yeah.
my household over here, even she has heard the song. मैंने उनको जब बोला कि I'm doing this live, तो मैंने बोला हाँ मैंने भी ये गाना सुना है. So it is reached out to everyone, right from say, young बच्चे से लेके uncles, aunties, even old
Yeah.
people. सबको मजा आ रहा है, and that's evident from your stories as well. ये जो fact that you connected with across all age groups, I think it's a
Yeah.
very special thing. What do you have to say on this part?
Yeah, I'm actually surprised. I'm very surprised to see doctors और अपनी नाइट ड्यूटी में आई एम श्योर उनकी लाइफ्स बहुत ही मुश्किल हैं एंड बहुत इंटेंस लाइफ्स जीते हैं, हमारे लिए इतना कुछ करते हैं एंड they are attempting it in their breaks in the middle of the night. I've seen people who are specially abled who are enjoying the music, and making sure that they are dancing. For me, that is very inspiring because we all have troubles in our lives. We all have
Correct.
things that we can't do. But when you overcome that, and if song and dance helps you do that, I think that's a huge power.
Absolutely. Right now हम लोग आज इस टाइम पे जब बात कर रहे हैं, it's not just you carrying your vast experience with so many years. Very recently you had some lovely projects which have worked wonderfully. I have to congratulate you separately on that. I've done that many
Thank
times,
you.
Love Stories and Jee Karda. But what's
Thank you.
amazing for me personally as an admirer of your work is that आपने इतने सालों से जो किया है, it has been very different from whatever you have done so far, and it has brought out the more expressive side of you as a performing artist. So ये जो था, I'm sure there must have been one moment where you felt like perhaps
you were kind of limiting yourself as an artist and you wanted to go all out there and express yourself in terms of the best way possible. But those moments, I'm sure must have been inhibitions as well, because a certain way you have projected your career all this while. So when you were having those inhibitions, कि यार करूँ या नहीं करूँ, should I go ahead or not? How did you conquer that phase of inhibitions? Because एक होता है decision लेना, and एक होता है वो inhibitions को counter करके then eventually उसको overcome करके लेना. So what was that phase like for you?
Of course, इसे शायद एक quick interview में explain करना शायद मुश्किल है. But the fact remains, because I've worked since I was 15 years of age. So it's been 18 years of working experience. But the kind of cinema I attempted was largely commercial. And that kind of cinema was always meant largely for a family audience. So there was a certain kind of cinema that was, at least in the southern part of our country. There were a certain kind of format that it followed. But I think it was in the recent, almost like 5-6 years, I started making sure, even in whatever films I took up in whichever language, I always had something interesting to do. I made sure that whether it's an ensemble, whether it's a female-centric film, or if it's it's an action film, or it's any kind of a film, I made sure that I had something interesting to do, and I enjoyed playing the part I played. But thereafter also, I still felt like, now what? I need to do something where I also push myself as an artist, and I don't repeat myself over and over again. Also, I think it's very easy when you spend so much time in an industry for people to get used to seeing you in a certain way. And I've always felt that I was an actor who could do anything, and I never wanted to be, defined by, one certain kind of role that I've done. They say aisa kaam kar sakti, or she can only do that kind of role. I always want to surprise my audiences. So that will be my endeavor, even moving forth. That whatever people think I can do, I'm sure I'll do something else, and I will find them to love me in a different way.
माने बेसिकली ऐसे ही हर लोगों को सरप्राइज करते रहोगे इन वेरी नाइस एंड इंटरेस्टिंग मैनर. सबको मजा आने वाला है आपका काम देके. एवरीबॉडी इज गोना बी वेरी हैप्पी जस्ट टू सी तमन्ना रीइन्वेंट हरसेल्फ द वे शी हैज द पोटेंशियल. बेसिकली बात यही है.
Anji.
How lovely. But if I have to talk about the after part of it, where you have worked, you have done your bit. Of course, because it's something different, a lot of in terms of narrative bolo. Also, OTT space mein hai. Your primarily your career has been there in movies, barring the last few years, of course. So I'm sure there must have been interesting learning lessons and learning curves as well from these two projects which you have picked up. जो lesson आप आगे लेके जाओगे in order to be an even better performing artist. If I have to ask you your most impactful lessons from say Jee Karda and Love Stories, वो क्या होगा?
Most important lessons. I definitely feel like I have to go with my instinct. And my instincts are, what I have realized is mostly they are correct when I think it's right also, and when I think it's not working also. Sometimes as an artist, because it's a collaborative medium, the thing is, once you're an actor who's committed to do a part, it's not just what you're doing. You are at the mercy of a lot of people's activity on that set. So it's not one person creating a piece of art. There's like there are so many departments creating it. So instinctively, when you feel something is going off, it is technically going off. It never really is going right, if that's your instinct. So I think I learned to, of course, a large part of my career, I have led it in the same way. But I think it got reinforced. And in fact, even Kaavaalaa, we shot the song, and I had this strong urge to make a reel, which doesn't happen to me every time. But I did feel like for this song, I felt like I wanted a lot of audiences to see the steps. The reel was almost like sort of a tutorial where I wanted people to do enjoy the steps. Yeah, to recreate it in their way, and give me how they would like to show it and how they would like to perform it. So I think that was a very instinctive move to wake up and just kind of make this reel, because I do make dance reels, but I think now I will make more. I feel like I don't know, I've not done it as often as I should, but I think during Kaavaalaa I felt like a very strong urge that I must make this reel.
मतलब फैंस आप लोग तैयार रहो, ऐसे जितने भी धमाकेदार गाने आएंगे आगे, बी प्रिपेयर्ड कि ऐसे रील्स भी आते रहेंगे. That is basically the part of it. But I have to talk about this thing you just mentioned right now, that 18 years you've been there in the entertainment space. 15 साल की उम्र से आपने काम करना चालू किया. I mentioned it in the post as well, where I had written that 15 years is a time when people hardly know what they're going to do. I mean, people are usually busy spending time chilling and all. इतने साल में you've only grown and grown. पहले regional industry हुआ, then pan India industry. Hopefully आगे जाके touch with international also in a big way.
Yes.
But what I need to know is, ये जो constant source of drive and motivation है, because it's very easy when you get success at a tender and young age. कभी-कभी होता है कि वो शायद दिमाग पे ज़्यादा आ जाए. It can perhaps reduce your limit in terms of the efforts you put to grow. But I don't think that has happened much in your case, and your growth speaks for itself. Constant down the lane, what has been that consistent driving force and motivation factor which has kept Tamannaah Bhatia, the artist, going always?
I think I really kind of live for this. There's nothing more that I enjoy than being in front of the camera or even working. Creatively related things really excite me. Like, I am often criticized by my family and friends that I take off, I cut my holidays short, I do random things, and I don't spend enough chilling time. End up working all the time. But that is not because I don't like to chill. It is that I like to work more. So that has been my natural instinct since I was a kid. It's not something that nobody told me to do that. Nobody asked me to be like that. But I really do feel, I think I'm the most, also what happens for actors is, or a performing artist is, sometimes I feel like this is my space where I feel the closest to myself. And I feel like I'm most powerful. I feel like I'm the most complete when I am in front of the camera or when I'm performing.
Yeah.
So I think that's why, for me, I think that's my dopamine, right? So I'm used to, that's how I enjoy, that's how I get my happiness. Yeah.
I mean, of course, we have limited time. We can keep the conversation going and going. But one thing that I have to talk about is that, overall, whenever you have got success, of course, you always look forward to repeat that in a bigger way. But कभी-कभी क्या होता है कि, the nature of our industry says that success is, or in fact any industry, वो success जो it's not confirmed or it's not guaranteed. आप effort एक failed project में भी उतना ही डालते हो जितना success में डालते हो. Sometimes luck also plays a part. A lot of people don't understand. At those times when perhaps trolling is to a great extent there, जब fail करते हो तो लोगों को और ज़्यादा मजा आता है. Apart from your well wishers, सबसे ज़्यादा मजा तभी आता है लोगों को जब आप fail करते हो. Or anybody, so to say. So when those trolls and haters, perhaps, at the end of the day, when you're trying to relax and sit, and you want to sleep before, at night, and then you open a message or on your DM maybe randomly, which is full of hate. And I'm sure you have received it throughout your entire career, just like any other artist. आप उस hate का क्या करते हो? मतलब, do you feel they lack validation? कि आपको क्या हंसी आता है, मजा आता है, क्या आता है?
I think I've been able to now, also in my recent experiences, I think I've understood what part of it is genuine criticism and what part of it is trolling. So I think when you're in it, of course, इतना साफ समझ में नहीं आता. But I think once you get out of that phase, you realize that a lot of it is just people's random hate, and that has no cure. But I think my endeavor is always going to be to find ways to make more people love me. And I can't do much about people's opinions, in the sense that I can't change. If someone strongly feels something, I can't change that. But I can definitely work on my craft. I can definitely work on what I think I can improve and do that correctly. But if anything that is, anything that's personal, like people personally attack you for things, I think that there's nothing that I want to do about it. There's nothing that I can do about it. And I don't think it's important also, because I feel like as an artist, for me to explore myself fully is the most important thing. Anyone making a personal attack at me is basically just revealing how they are as people. So it doesn't reflect anything.
Absolutely. So basically, you have cracked that formula in terms of filtering ki kya constructive hai and kya bakwas hai. If I have to put it in a very raw way, that is what it is.
Yeah, I guess there isn't any formula, but the fact remains that this is how I look at it. But at the end, actors भी इंसान ही होते हैं. हम लोग कोई और चीज के नहीं बने होते. हम भी उतने ही normal होते हैं. We also have, we have our normal lives. We have people. We have a heart. We also feel things. But yes, this perspective definitely helps me get through those crazy days.
Yeah. Yeah. Wonderful, Tamannaah. Thank you so much. I have requested some time from your end. I must tell all your fans that everybody knows the fact that you're a very humble human being and a personality. मैं सबको बताना चाहूँगा. This is a very new initiative from my end. मैंने उनको बस एक बार request किया. I did not even have to chase or request multiple times. I just requested her once that this is an initiative I'm willing to do, and she agreed in the very first place. So all you Tamannaah Bhatia fans out there, सुन के रखो. You have your heart in the right place in terms of the person you're supporting and showing love.
But listen, it's all because of you. I think you're a very, very. I remember the first interview we did together for Plan A, Plan B. It was all your love and all your support that really made me feel special. And I really value when people look at actors as people. And I think even
Absolutely.
though I had, I haven't really done. I mean, my films, of course, all my promotion work is done. But I really wanted to do this interaction with you because I think you're really wonderful. And this is just for you and for everybody, all your wonderful fans who are watching your channel and of course now mine. And I'm really happy that I could do this with you.
क्या बात है मुस्कुरा रहा हूँ बस खुशी के जो आंसू है वो बस
रोना
निकलना
मत,
बाकी है।
रोना मत.
I am not crying. I'm not crying because my vibe is full of happiness just because you have done this for me. Thank you so much. Kaavaalaa is
Thank
doing
you.
great. I'm sure Jailer also will be doing equally great. Lots of love to you, your entire
Thank
family,
you.
your entire legion of fans over there that you have. I'll see you during Jailer promotions and everything that you do in the future. Take care of your health and keep getting the love of your fans and keep filtering them the right way. You're doing a fantastic job. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Lots
much.
of love.
Lots of love to you. Take
Thank
care.
you so much. Take care. God bless.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye
Bye.
guys.
Thank you so
Bye.
much, fans. Thank you so much,
Thank
all you
you.
fans of Tamannaah, for joining and staying patient. We'll see you again with another interesting episode. Keep showering love with her. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.